See. Boom, boom, boom. We on? I don't think so. It always takes about 30 seconds for the thing to kick on, guys. So if you are seeing this, welcome to the kitchen. Hey friends, welcome to the kitchen. I am just doing a little bit of lunch here. I'm doing my usual bacon and eggs. Had a problem with the burner here, so it's kind of like restarting. I really like my bacon crispy. A trick to doing crispy bacon is having a moderately high temperature and allowing it to sit in that for a while. So as it starts getting done, just flipping it, just as if it was going to get overdone, if that makes any sense, right? So I wait till it's done on one side and I flip the bacon. Then I wait till it's done on that side, and I'll flip it again and I let it re-cook basically. If I keep flipping it, it won't burn, and that causes it to get really crispy. Now, it depends on the thickness of the bacon as well. Thicker bacon, it has a tendency to kind of get tough rather than getting crispy. That's why I use like a medium bacon. The package I think I normally get just says regular cut or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm a bacon fiend. Now I always have 3 eggs, get started off. I mean, if I'm low and I'm waiting for payday, I might have 2. I always try and remind myself too, like, if it's not a stressful day, if there isn't a lot going on, I don't worry so much about breakfast if I'm into doing something early. Now, if there's something stressful going on or something, I always remember to eat breakfast. It activates my there he is. Hey, kid. Hey, I just went live. Hey, Jamie. No, you did that off, you kid. Hey. Hang on, how's that work? I can better get this. There we go. Ha-ha. You want to say hey to everybody, Cubs? Huh? No, I'm not going to get you. Look, here's Cubby. Hi, Cubby. Yay. Are you excited? Did you go to the store today? Did you? Did you go to Walmart? Hi. Hey, Jamie. Hi. She like runs around the corner real quick.
You're like,
There's
hey, everybody.
How was your day?
Good.
Yeah, nice. I know you were already gone. I just been being real slow today. Yeah, tried to be productive. Went out and cleaned the car a little bit. I think it's such a mess on the inside. Yeah. It's gonna clean up nice. It's mainly just like mechanic grease and stuff, but yeah. All right, guys, so hi again. What was I saying? Right, breakfast. If there's something stressful going on, I always have breakfast, even if it's a small snack, like a couple pieces of bacon, maybe a piece of bread or something. And what that does, that'll activate the metabolism and help with like creative thinking, problem solving, that kind of stuff. Now, by lunchtime, no matter what's going on during the day, I always try and have something. I'll normally have like a real lunch. If not, a handful of chips, like I said, a piece of bread, just so that like it's activating my mind and my body isn't going into storage mode, which also changes like the endorphins and stuff in the brain. So on to something different. All right, today is a very productive day. I love spring because I'm one of those guys, I will play hibernation really well during the winter, and I basically just turn off. And like I'll craft and stuff and kind of get through it on just a real low kind of energy setting. I guess for a computer you'd call it power save mode. But now with it spring and stuff to do out there, I really feel energized. My last trip up the mountain here the other day was really good. It was just like a little 3-day thing. I was going to try and do 5, but as most of y'all guys know, I got this dental thing going on. I left my medication down here, and so I went ahead and I just came home. I'm going to devote most of today to editing, though. I'm going to do some more work on my car and then just jump into editing. I'm hoping to have my next video out tomorrow. I want to really get on putting these videos out. it sucks when I fall behind, and it just makes it so much harder, really. And yeah, this live, I'm sorry I'm not talking to the chat here, guys. It was just a lunch live, right? Where I'm cooking and talking to you. I'll try and get in to the comments as the eggs are cooking. All right. So let's see. Hey, Brenna. Hey, Erica. Gloria. Hey, Gloria. Joyce. Nova. Brad. How are y'all guys doing? Apple Juice Official. That is an awesome name. Hey, Kiki. Laura Thyme. It's coming in so fast, guys. I saw Lisa. Tanaka. Levy. Brenda Lee's in the house. Robert Gaylor. John Burton. Hey, John. How you doing? James. So many of y'all guys. Normally, like during Music Madness or something, I'll sit there and just read your names out as a shout out. Being that these lives and stuff are saved and rewatched later, it's kind of boring for everybody rewatching. So, like, I don't get to really jump in there and be like, everybody. Anyway, though, things are going good, guys. I find a lot of times it is what we make it. You know, there's always something. There's always something. On the flip side of that, there's always something else, if that makes any sense. Bear with me.
Yeah, when you're up there, you have a message from Britta that you gotta read too.
Oh, really? Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I feel so bad about my phone being off. The car set me back. I wound up using the last of my savings on a couple impromptu bills. And as y'all guys know, I do the monthly bill on my phone, plus having the call-in phone. So what is it? It's like 70 for my regular phone because I've got extra security protocols and like 40 for the call-in phone. So I've just been way overextended. It's going to be payday before I can get my actual phone turned back on. So all my friends out there know that I've pretty much just gone radio silent. They're having to get messages to me however they can, which is rough. However, at the same time, it's just life, you know. I'm starving. I did not realize how hungry I was until I started cooking. I'm one of those guys, I can eat bacon and eggs almost every single day without getting tired of it. Man, that's good. Hey, Rebecca and Dean are in here, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm driving. Would you drive safe, Rebecca? I know you've got it. I always hate it when people tell me that, too. They're like, be safe out there or all this. I'm like, dude, come on. I've been doing this a long time. But, you know, it is nice to have people that care. Okay, let me get this egg out, guys. Here, actually. Yeah, so Chapaca is beautiful. It is the windy season right now. I don't know why I always seem to forget that. And up where I like to camp, see, I don't like to be down in the valleys and the bowls and stuff because it's not real strategically sound. You know, there's always something that could be above you and everything. So I always camp on top of these high plateaus and stuff. Man, it is beautiful. At the same time, this time of year, the wind is just... it's unrelenting sometimes. It's enough to drive a person mad. And if you're already mad, it's all right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I guess just that it's beautiful up there, you know? I can't wait to get to go up and spend a little bit more time. That'll be nice. Do a lot more exploring and adventuring with y'all guys. Oh, and also I'm finally putting into effect some of my like Neanderthal project stuff. Now it's not stuff that I figured out about the Neanderthal. It's about just like stuff that I've made out in the forest that I think is kind of like caveman. You know what I mean? And so that's going to be a lot of fun. You're probably going to see a moose in this new place where I'm camping. See, I've lived here 4 going on 5 years. 4 of that out in Loomis. And spent a lot of time up on the mountain. As y'all guys know, I've lived on the mountain for like months on end before. I've only seen moose like maybe 3 times since I got here to Washington, and I think I know where they've all been, because up where I was just recently, there is so much sign. I actually, in my video, I think y'all guys are gonna get sick of it, because I do this little thing just to show you how much moose crap there is. I'm panning from like the sun or a beautiful vista, and then I'll pan down to a pile of moose crap. And then I pan back, if I find another pile of moose crap, I pan back over down into the moose crap. And yeah, pardon my vulgarity, but I think it's gonna be a little bit funny at the same time. Yeah. What I don't like about the moose, you see, out here, I like to think of everything like I'm in Jurassic Park or something, right? The wolves are like velociraptors, and I guess the bears are, I don't know, some kind of like large predator, but it's the moose that is T-Rex, because they don't care. You can't, any animal out there, you can stand them off. You can stand there and be like, hey, I'm another predator too. Don't mess with me. If you do mess with me, you'll probably take me, but I'm going to get one of your eyes, right? Kind of thing. A moose, there's no macho. There's no aggression. There's nothing that a person can do if a moose is standing there. Because typically they just want to run over you, and they don't care, and they're really big. So there's no games that you can really play with them. Run into a moose, I say get the heck out of the way. And that's why it was a little bit freaky this go around up on the mountain, especially where I decided to sleep. Let's see, I'll do one more egg, and then I won't make you guys watch me eat them, but I might sit down with you for a second just so I can read through the comments. Yeah, there are a couple things been going on here with the channel that has been difficult. See, y'all guys don't have to deal with the behind the scenes part of the channel. Y'all guys are like the community, right? You're the neighborhood. And in a lot of ways, I have to deal with the stuff behind the scenes, making sure that the neighborhood stays safe and it's nice and all this stuff. And there've been a lot of things over the years that I've had to take care of, basically, right? Like people come in and they act one way, but really they're not. And there's like, you get a toxic element and everything to it and all. And that's the only thing that's bummed me here recently is that there have been a few toxic elements that y'all guys probably aren't even really aware of that I've had to deal with. And it's not easy a lot of times. You know, it's really the only stressful part of this job I do, this thing I do with y'all guys, you know. So I have been having to take care of some stuff like that. Shout out to the mods. I really appreciate y'all guys. Y'all guys kill it. You keep the channel a safe place. And I have to apologize to the mods because it's not easy, and they wind up taking on a lot of the same stresses that I have as, you know, the guy who runs the place, because they're always involved in some kind of like, there's a hate or some manipulative game or this or that. And that's why I appreciate and respect and need our mods. So shout out to the mods, guys. And then all of y'all guys too, I want to let you know that everything y'all have done here recently for the channel has really made it possible to be able to keep the channel going. It's just your basic support. You know, it's like hitting that like button, subscribing. A lot of y'all guys recently have been telling friends and stuff, and it really has helped because I have side jobs. I do side jobs. It's like y'all guys know I work for Jamie here around the place, right? And if something else comes up and I can make a little quick money, I do that. However, I live, thrive, and survive off of this here, and it's cool the way that y'all guys jump in all the time to kind of like make sure it all keeps going, you know? And it was hard back in the past, like explaining to people that this is basically, yeah, it's fun to do and everything. And I love it. And I get so many perks out of it, like getting to know so many great people. At the same time, though, it is an actual job, because if I go out for a week in the forest and I put out videos about that, it takes a couple weeks, and yeah, maybe a couple weeks at times to put those videos out. It's like 8-9 hours a day editing, and and then the brain work that's involved and all. So I just really appreciate y'all guys for understanding and for being there with me through it all. It's really cool. We've had a lot of people jump in here recently who have their own YouTube channels and stuff, and they watch the channel and everything. And it's been really neat to be able to get their perspective and everything, and to help by like answering questions about things that I've already had to deal with here on YouTube. I wish I could do more. My hopes are one of these days to be stable enough that I can be more involved basically in everything. Yes, I eat a lot of salt. Yes, I get a lot of crap for that, but I am a very active individual, and so my body burns the sodium out really quickly. Now, I have no excuses, nor am I asking forgiveness for my use of black pepper, however. What? Oh, you do the bacon dance? Yeah, no begging. Look, he's down here. He's saying, feed me bacon. I want bacon. You poor guy. He has a very sensitive tummy. Yeah, no bacon for you today, kid. Yeah, I'm down. Good boy. All right. Let's see. Olet. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me go back, guys. Where'd you go? Oh, that must have been a joker. Whoa, shout out to the mods. I didn't realize we had a massive troll in here, it looks like. Just spamming out the channel. Let's see what this is. I'm trolling. Well, very rarely do you actually get them to just admit what they're doing. And shout out to the mods. Let's see. Lucia. Hello, Matt. Hope you have a lovely day. Well, thank you, Lucia. And the same to you, my friend. I intended to. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff that I like doing and catch up on some chores and everything. Even if it's a chore that like I'm not really into or something, it sure helps me feel good about the day and about myself to accomplish it and get it done. Now, thankfully, I don't have anything like that going on. Pretty much everything we've got going on is a lot of fun. It's like got some outside planters to put together. Got some more stone to haul in. This little pea gravel we've been putting in the backyard here recently. What else? A couple cool things. Jamie found a deer skull with antlers attached still. Last time we went out to Totes Coulee. And so we need to cut the top off and mount the horns or the antlers. That's going to be neat. And then, yeah, pretty much just work on my video. Cubby, get down, kid. No begging. A moment, guys. I don't want to eat these before they get cold, but I won't be just sitting here stuffing my face while I'm talking to you. Yeah, watch out, kid. This dang the wind has really been whipping up all the pollen and stuff, and there's so much sagebrush around here that it's definitely bothering my sinuses. I didn't have allergies until I got to, well, I guess until I left Alaska. I think the reason for that is that we get used to the stuff that we grow up around. And then so foreign stuff, once we move into a different area, kind of like bothers our system because it's not what we're used to. At least that's what I think I experience here with me. See, Marisol. Hey, Marisol, how are you doing? Yes, she's from Mexico. Right on. Estea, hang on, how do you say it? Estia says, hi, Matt, and everyone. Been a long while, been here, but it's kind of sad and crazy to see so many trolls here. I know, isn't it? And the weird thing is, it's not just this channel. I mean, this channel does get a oddly large proportion of trolls a lot of times. I have noticed though on a lot of other like YouTube channels and stuff where people mainly go live, that there's an influx of just trolls and jokers out there here recently. So that's why it's so great to have the moderators. I'm one of those guys that do a lot of stuff independently. I like it that way and everything. So I kind of like I depend on myself a lot. And so it's hard for me to like give my responsibilities to somebody else, I guess. Right. And so I don't know what, guys, like 6 or 7 months ago or so, before our moderators, we were having some real problems because I just couldn't keep up with it. That's why when my friends offered, I took them up on it. I was like, here, yes, take it, do it. And man, they've done such a good job. The trolls will get by every once in a while, but the mods don't really take it for very long. They're cool because like this channel is based around giving people the opportunity to basically be a jerk. And then we respond to them in a way that they're still human beings. We're like, hey, look, Cubby, no, kid, no bacon. We're like, look, I understand the world's hard and everything. Don't worry about it. Come on in, be a friend, right? We always give people those chances. And then finally, well, a lot of times people will join in. They'll stop being jokers and they're like, hey, my name's such and such. I'm from blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going through some stuff. Thanks for letting me skate on that one. Lots of times, though, most of the time, I guess, it's jerks who just have to be blocked. But, you know, that is I hate that saying. It just is, right? Oh, you poor guy. You poor guy. No bacon. Oh, that's such a pretty smile. Look at those teeth. I feel so bad for him. All right, guys. I'm hungry. And this smells really good. And I got a lot of stuff to catch up on today. So I might try and do another live later tonight when things mellow out. If nothing else, just do a short or two. I'd like to get more regular with my shorts. Kid, no. I'm sorry, you poor guy. Yeah, you're cute. I see it. You're very cute. Look at that. Yeah, it's not going to help. No. I'm sorry, guys. Sit here and just talk to the dog in front of you. Okay. Let's see. What am I thinking about today? I guess when we can get into a slump, I guess when I get into a slump in life, sometimes I try and really realize that. And I'll take note of what's making me feel bad at the time. And then I try and later when I'm not feeling so bad, I try and go back to that note. I mainly make those notes in my head and then try and find a way that I can adjust that in the future so that whatever it was bugging me, now that I'm out of that mindset, I can address it logically, basically, still using my emotional side as to what makes me happy or not, right? But then just addressing it from a logical standpoint after that feeling has gone helps me kind of like fix it for the future and stuff. And then realizing also that metaphorically, it can be a rainy day sometimes. Some places it rains a lot more than others. However, no matter what, it can't rain forever. And there will be sunny days coming along, you know? I wish I'd realized that when I was younger because everything seemed so like, you know, especially early 20s and stuff, mid 20s, it all seemed so right now. And I wasn't able to focus on the fact that 5 years from now, I was going to be a completely different person and life was going to be completely different as long as I took the right steps, you know? I think I'm a little too long-winded sometimes. So I'm just going to let y'all guys go now. Like I said, try and do something later. Looking forward to getting this next video on. I got to get it out fast because that's the only way that I'm going to get back to the mountain. So, oh, and the tooth is better too. All right, guys, never give up, never surrender. And remember, I believe in you, all right? Believe in yourself. There's only one you, and we need you in this world, all right? Bye, guys. Is that it? Yeah.